Some criminals spend more time planning the perfect crime than thinking about the obvious consequences. Confidence can be a dangerous disguise, and bad decisions have a funny way of unraveling when no one expects it. Stay with us, as these unforgettable moments reveal just how quickly a bold plan can take an unexpected turn. Dinner plans changed fast at Raising Cane's in Louisville, Kentucky. Instead of finishing their meal, this police couple ended up chasing an armed robber through town and helping put him in handcuffs. A 16-year-old wrestling champion proved that courage doesn't come with age. When a man allegedly attacked people and tried to take 3 children, Kanan Bauer stepped in and used his wrestling skills to stop him. A true example of being in the right place at the right time.
Take out the take out. Just move the it up. Open it up. Get over there.
This robber never even showed a gun. He kept one hand behind his back, claimed he was armed, and somehow convinced the cashiers to hand over the money. Turns out the only thing hiding back there was a fist and a whole lot of bluff. These guys stole an SUV, then tried to rip an ATM right out of a convenience store wall. That's a lot of extra work just to avoid getting a real job. Now police are working just as hard to find them. He planned the front entrance perfectly, but completely forgot about the back door. While he was focused on the jewelry, the police were focused on him. That's a plot twist no robber wants. He walked in with a weapon, but Grandma showed up with something even scarier. A walking cane, and absolutely zero fear. Imagine explaining to your friends that you got chased off by an 82-year-old lady. This might be the easiest shoplifting case ever. The suspect tried to steal alcohol from a store that doesn't even sell alcohol. If you're going to commit a crime, at least know what's on the shelves first. Stuffing a power tool inside your jacket might fool a distracted shopper, but it won't fool a security camera. He walked out without paying, completely forgetting that his face had already been saved in high definition. The robbery lasted only as long as it took the security fog to fill the room. As soon as the robbers lost their visibility, they lost their confidence too. Turns out it's pretty hard to rob a bank when you can't even see the teller counter. This thief walked into the store thinking it was just another easy score. What he didn't know was the entire place was surrounded by plainclothes officers waiting just for him. That's less of a shopping trip and more of a scheduled arrest. This might be the least intimidating robbery ever. He stumbled into the store drunk, waved a toy gun, almost fell over the counter trying to grab a bottle of vodka, and somehow still thought he had an escape plan. Police later found him at home, finishing the stolen drink. Nothing confuses a robber more than victims who refuse to play along. One customer rushed him, everyone else joined the fight, and his perfect plan turned into the shortest hostage situation imaginable. Teamwork wins again.
Get out of the shop.
It's amazing how quickly a shoplifting attempt can turn into an unexpected meeting with the police. These weren't exactly smooth criminals. They grabbed armfuls of clothing, fought with an employee at the door, and still thought they'd blend into the crowd. It's hard to disappear when you're wearing, or carrying, the entire sales rack. The theft was going perfectly, until he made eye contact with the one witness that never blinks, a security camera. He quickly put the phone back, and decided disappearing was a much better plan than stealing. He came in armed with a knife, but she answered with a baseball bat and zero fear. It's amazing how quickly a robber's confidence disappears when the victim decides to fight back. Walking into a store with a toy gun and expecting to walk out with real money is a bold strategy. He thought stealing was the hard part. Turns out running with an armful of stolen merchandise was even harder. One stumble later, the employee had the products back, and the thief had nothing but embarrassment. Today, it wasn't just the soda that got popped. Justice showed up, cracked open the case, and made sure the thief didn't walk away with anything but bad luck. The robber picked the wrong Walgreens in Florida. He had no idea the customer standing nearby was a champion boxer whose girlfriend worked at the pharmacy. One punch later, the robbery and the robber were both out cold. These four thought stealing from restaurant customers would be an easy payday. Instead, they ended up giving the police an easy workday. Looks like the only reservation they made was for a ride to jail. You expect TSA agents to protect your belongings, not help themselves to them. Thanks to the security cameras, these employees allegedly ended up checking into something far less enjoyable than an airport terminal: a criminal investigation. She wasn't about to let 250 pounds worth of Paco Rabanne walk out the door. This fearless shop owner turned into the police and caught the thief herself. Definitely the wrong store to mess with. Bro already had a bike, but still decided he needed another one. Greed really does make people unbelievably stupid. These guys didn't just rob an ATM, they brought an excavator to do it. That's less of a robbery and more like an overnight construction project gone completely wrong. These two ATM thieves pulled off 8 nighttime break-ins, stealing nearly 15 million rubles, and even buying luxury cars with the money. But greed caught up with them when police arrested them during an attempt to crack another ATM. One last job turned into a one-way trip to jail. He escaped the scene, but he couldn't escape the fence. His getaway ended with police having to rip his pants to pull him free. He was literally caught with his pants down.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Police! Get on the ground! Get bit by the police! Do what you say!
Come over here or you're gonna get get over this thing. Listen, I'll jump in. He's not coming up. If you want your toes, get on the ground. Get on the ground. No, you're gonna get shot. I have nothing. My kids just grab his leg.
Face down! Get off your stomach!
The bank robbers thought they had the perfect getaway until the flying squad rammed their police vehicle straight into them. Safe to say, this chase definitely wasn't part of the plan.
I have you on camera. Put it down.
Sure.
Yes, you're not going to get another card. I can guarantee you to get it. Put it down. Let me think if I have your bags ready.
Please. No,
Let me.
not.
You're off of me, please.
Open your bag.
I'm opening it. If you'll get off of me, please.
This is all ours.
You can't just steal our stuff.
Bye. Get out.
yours.
Go. Get out. Those are ours. Are you kidding me?
Oh, sorry.
Bye.
Shoplifting was a bad idea. She came in acting entitled and left with nothing but embarrassment. The manager wasn't buying the attitude or the excuses. Four guys rushed into a Nike store near Wembley, grabbed sneakers, and tried to force their way past security. They made the mistake of thinking one security guard would just step aside. He definitely made them work for that getaway. The security guard wasn't taking any chances. He stopped the shoplifter and made sure every last stolen item was returned before letting the situation end.
So ghetto.
Once again, this proves that big shopping centers aren't blind spots for thieves. Thanks to security's quick response, what looked like an easy getaway was over almost as soon as it began. Five people, 3 men and 2 women, walked into a restaurant on Bel Air Boulevard in Houston, pretending to be customers. They filled up on food, then all walked out without paying. That's one dine and dash nobody was hungry to stop. They skipped the checkout line, but couldn't skip the deputies. A Target shoplifting case turned into a BSO foot chase in no time.
And takes deputy.
Three men walked into a grocery store on Montrose Boulevard in Houston, pretending to be customers. Instead of making a purchase, one of them violently snatched a product from an employee's hands, causing an injury before the group ran off. The crash looked like a traffic accident at first, but it was actually the start of a 70-second jewelry heist in Birmingham. By the time people realized what was happening, the thieves were already leaving with 5 kilograms of stolen gold. Her hands may have been quick, but they weren't faster than the security cameras. The suspect expected to leave with stolen alcohol. Instead, he ran into a customer who wasn't willing to let it happen without a fight. Not every hero wears a cape. Some just happen to be shopping. At a Target store in Florida, this woman allegedly filled a bag with electronics and walked out without paying. She ignored security, but she didn't get very far before an officer spotted someone matching her description near a restaurant. The robber came looking for cash, but couldn't even get the owner's attention. When your holdup gets ignored, it's probably time to rethink your life choices. They came in expecting an easy score. Instead, they picked up the stolen goods and a complimentary beating. Robbing a convenience store sounded easy, until the cashier awakened the samurai warrior inside. Turns out the thieves picked the one place where a plot twist came with a sword. That's one way to cool down a criminal's confidence, even if the water definitely wasn't cold. Nothing ruins a robbery faster than a security fog machine. 1 second he knew exactly where he was going. The next he was wandering around like he'd entered the world's most confusing haunted house. These ladies came in dressed like shoppers. Hidden pockets, distraction tactics, and a getaway car. Impressive planning. Too bad they forgot about the one employee who never takes a break, the security camera. Home break-ins seem to be happening more and more these days. A few good locks and a security camera can go a long way toward making sure your house isn't the next target. His criminal career officially lasted about 15 seconds. That's not a robbery. That's a speed run straight into police custody. Every story in this collection is a reminder that the smallest mistake can unravel even the boldest plan, while quick thinking and ordinary courage often change everything. In the end, bad choices tend to write their own ending. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves true crime.